Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Anar and I'm a self-taught software developer, and on this channel I help you break into and grow in the tech industry. Today I'm going to get into salaries and contract rates for various software testing and QA roles. I'll also mention the salaries of non-functional testers such as performance testers and security testers, as well as give my outlook for the future for salaries in tech. If you do find this video useful, consider subscribing and enabling notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. With this new world that we all live in, where everybody's working remote, some companies don't care about where you're located, and many companies do care and factor it into your salary package. Somebody I worked with moved from Toronto to Halifax, and after moving to Halifax, because it is a significantly lower cost of living city, their salary was adjusted. You still come out on top because even if your salary is adjusted, it still ends up being a high salary for where you live. The three biggest determinants for salary in a QA role are the required technical skills, the years of experience, and sometimes the location. The reason technical skills tend to vary is because there are different types of software testing roles. There are some software testing jobs where all you do is test the UI or the user interface, making sure text boxes and images load properly, and there are jobs where you test APIs, databases, and write test automation code. The roles that involve only UI testing will pay the least, typically 45 to 75K, depending on experience. Generally, junior QA roles, which require less than 2 years of experience, will pay $50,000 to $75,000 a year, depending on the company. These roles will usually focus on your willingness to learn technical skills. If you're considering contract roles, there are opportunities for junior QAs, but it's generally wise to find a full-time role and acquire at least 2 years of experience before considering contract. More senior software testing roles, which require 3 years or more of experience, I have seen typically pay between $75,000 and $120,000 a year. These roles do require you to be comfortable with an HTTP client like Insomnia or Postman for API testing, as well as some basic SQL for data validation. The roles that pay closer to the top end of that range will typically require experience and knowledge with a programming language like Java or JavaScript, together with knowledge of a testing framework like JUnit and a QA automation tool like Selenium WebDriver. These three tools together enable you to automate some repetitive testing, which makes you a more valuable employee. QA management salaries vary a lot because that's more of a management role than a software testing or QA role, but a rough range would be $75,000 to $150,000 a year. Some QA managers manage development teams and DevOps teams, and generally with any manager, their salary is often reflected by the amount of responsibility they carry. There are some non-functional testing roles, such as security testers and performance testers, which can make as much and even more than a QA automation engineer, but non-functional testing is a branch outside of QA and it's basically a different career track. There is potential to make some high figures, especially in security testing, once you have some good experience and a good skill set. In terms of tech salaries in general and the outlook for the future, they have been on the rise, especially since the beginning of the pandemic, and it doesn't look like they're going to slow down. This, of course, is just my opinion, and only time will tell what will happen in the future. I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.